Hey, good morning. I'm Edie.
I'm Judy, and together we're the Rainbow Grannies. Hey! We come on here, Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, most weekends. And this is what? This is Sunday. Hey, it's Sunday. We're here, we're part of the queer community, and we'd like to talk about stuff going on in the queer community.
So yesterday was all the protests that went through. So all night long, of course, we didn't go out. There's a couple different reasons we didn't go out. For one, we didn't go out because I have a bad knee and I could never begin to stand or walk that long.
Mm-hmm.
But we were definitely here in spirit. We were here supporting online. We were here making our funny Trump video, with the clock and all that kind of stuff on TikTok. If you haven't got a chance, make sure you see it. We're getting ready to leave on a trip, so we're staying away from crowds and everything so that we don't catch any kind of bugs or anything like that. So in the meantime,
what's in the
we
meantime?
were just loving the fact that there were so many people out there. There was thousands and thousands.
Yeah, if you've been looking at the photos, I've been seeing a lot of the photos. I mean, you look in New York City, you look in Milwaukee, you look in Pittsburgh, you look in Philadelphia, and it's just the roads are just packed. There's
even
no street; it's
like
all people.
Columbus, Ohio, and I guess there was several different cities in Ohio and several different cities in all the states in the country here that thousands of people turned out, and it was just like this is just wonderful because I mean there's a lot of people that can say it's not going to do no good. Well, you know what? It's not going to do no bad.
There you go.
Not gonna
do no bad.
I mean, there was years ago when there was a march in Selma that it wasn't going to do no good. Well, you know what?
It
did some good because if it didn't do no good, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
And you know what? There's been a lot of protests, and they do good. You might think, oh, the protest itself didn't change anything, but it activated people.
Right.
So think way back in the 90s, we had a protest because the AIDS epidemic was out of control. Government was doing nothing.
Right.
They had a huge march in Washington, and then after that, all across the country, people got activated to do things. And so what's nice about these protests yesterday, it's coordinated all over the country, is that now people feel like, oh, we can do something. And they see they're not in
organization in this.
This was an organization.
So if you can make that much organization happen for thousands and thousands of people to come out on a rainy Saturday morning, which was also the first day of trout season. I mean, to come out and stand in that and everything for what they believe in and everything, I believe that we'll be able to have more people come out when it comes time to go and do the vote. Because there's nothing else we can do but try to vote. So anyway, let me go ahead and say, hey, hi TikTok. I'm Edie.
I'm Judy.
And together we're the Rainbow Grannies. We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We didn't come on yesterday. We were doing a lot of stuff getting ready. And we were a little bit late today, but we're on here having our coffee. We're part of the LGBT plus community.
That's right.
She's gay and I'm gayer. Or I'm gay and
you're
she's
gay and I'm gay.
Yeah, whichever, depends on what day it is.
We're gayish together.
But we're part of the community. So what we allow,
we have, we're gayish together.
We're like one big unicorn, huh?
That's right.
With glitter.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So what we do is like we're on here. We're talking about things that make us laugh and everything. We talked a little bit about the protest yesterday, but that's not where we focus. We're not really talking. We don't talk a lot about politics. We don't talk anything about religion unless it has to do with the LGBT plus community. We're on here to have a good time and laugh. And that most people know if they watch us, and a lot of people do watch us, they know we come on here. We're two old gay ladies that laugh and have fun.
That's right. Because everybody needs a break from the rest of the world for a few hours.
So we also allow you to ask us questions about the LGBT plus community or ask questions, about us. And as long as it's not nothing rude or whatever, we'll answer you, But we got enough of that, what's going on out there in the world. Let's have some fun this morning. So what's going on? I want to thank Yolanda Adams for being our newest follower. Oh, Bria, I'm sorry, I missed your name too for being our newest follower. I appreciate you guys. Everybody that's in here, do me a favor. Tap your screen. If you tap your screen, it'll tap it until all of a sudden the confetti shoots out there. When you tap that screen like that, that shows TikTok's algorithm that we're here. Oh my God. See, Judy doesn't watch the kind of news that I watch.
Yeah.
So, did you see where today or yesterday TikTok was supposed to be closing down again?
No, I didn't even had no
Well,
idea.
I mean, we don't really want to talk politics, but somebody put a pause on it and allows them to hang out a little bit longer until it gets sold to the right person.
Uh-huh.
So we all know
Uh-huh.
that.
So what? He got the votes he needed and he's done. So now he doesn't need TikTok anymore.
I don't know what. Let's see. Judy, that was kind of. Let's see. You make me miss my wife. Oh, she passed.
Sorry, Linda. Yeah.
Linda, if you feel like you want to cook for somebody, I'm so really sorry, Linda, about your loss. But if you're feeling like you want to cook for somebody, or maybe you just a snuggle.
I'm your girl. Gonna snuggle?
I'm your girl.
You're gonna snuggle?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm your snuggle. I'll
you
help
can cook for me. I like to eat.
But Judy likes to snuggle too.
Okay.
We can both snuggle.
All right.
Because if it makes her smile and makes her happy. Are you a couple? Oh yeah, we're a couple. It's okay. You can ask all these questions. Yes, we've been married for a little over 3 years, and we've been together for 11 years. And I see Lavender Menace just is there. Hey, Lavender, how you doing? It's really good to see you this morning.
I want to say hi to Kate and Michelle on YouTube, so everybody knows we're on YouTube and TikTok.
That's right. Our YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. So
UK is in the house.
So if by chance something does happen to TikTok and they say click, you know where to find us. You find us over on YouTube on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. If you look at my profile,
you want to buy TikTok?
We'd have to buy it on a payment plan.
We could do it. We could if we did a crowdfunder kind of thing. Would y'all help us, and then we could buy TikTok and we'll own it together?
Oh my God! If everybody on here all chipped in $5, we could buy it.
That's true.
And then we'll just sell like stocks or shares in it.
Right, but we all own it together. There we go.
One big happy TikTok family.
That's right.
Let's see, that would be cool. Yes, it would,
yeah,
Jay.
It would be.
Yes, it would, Jane. Can you imagine? I mean, we get a little tiny check for like when you guys are kind enough and you give us gifts, like a little
like
roses
like
and stuff.
The gifts you give us, we'll give each other.
Yeah. Gifts. When you give us roses and stuff, you figure you guys, would get like that little tiny check too from TikTok. So
hey, Nate's in the house too.
Hey, Nate, it's good to see you. Let's see.
First time watcher. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed day.
Hey, thank you very much.
Come hang around for a while. Get your cup of coffee. Join us.
Yeah. Let's help talk about something good. Thank you for all the gifts that are happening up there. Let me give her kisses. Yes, those were donut kisses. I think that was a donut that went up there. Oh no, it was a bracelet. Thank you. Hello, Ellen. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Anybody that comes in and you see that little heart at the top up there, click on that little heart. That doesn't cost you any money, and it puts like this weird little crown thing on my head. Mocha, thank you for being the newest follower. Let's see. Are you going to Brighton Pride this year? Brighton as in Brighton.
I wasn't reading. I thought you said you're going to bite me. Is it bite me?
I will. I'll
Brighton
bite her.
Pride.
Brighton as in London, Brighton, or Brighton as in Brighton Heights, Brighton
where? Where is it?
Brighton where?
Where is Brighton?
I don't think we'll be making it to Brighton in London because we've got a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm. But there's we haven't even mapped out our plans yet, what we're going to do about Pride this year.
Let's see. Are you in America? Yes, we are. We're here in the land of the free and home of the brave. Did you hear that? Land of the free and home of the brave.
Oh, you're good, Edie.
Tell me it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Okay, thank you.
It's going to be okay. Half a million people signed up for the march yesterday, and more than that march.
Yeah.
And they were brave souls.
Yeah, they were.
When you got nothing left to lose,
you might as well just go for it.
That's
right.
Shoot
the whole wad. That's where if something happens and we get knocked off of TikTok, remember we're on YouTube. Yeah, because things like when I say shoot the whole wad, that might just like. Yes, laughing is contagious. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. I want to thank all of you for hanging out. Let's see, the statute of limitations
lives rent free in my mind because of you, Edie.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Morning.
Go ahead.
Yesterday was a great day to march for America. Yeah, it was. And here Kate said I went to a place called Herbert's Candy Mansion yesterday, and I took
Ooh.
pictures with Easter Bunny and got myself something good.
Oh my goodness. Well, what day does the Easter Bunny? I know he comes on Easter. But what day is Easter? What day is Easter this year? Because I think Megan said something about when we come back, it'll be maybe Easter weekend, and she was kind of concerned with who was going to cook Easter dinner, and I suggested that maybe she do it because I thought that would be really, really nice.
Yeah, because I was thinking, well, what day is Easter? I was thinking it would be
April the 20th.
Okay, good. We'll be back already.
What day we come back?
We'll come back the 14th.
Oh, okay. We'll be back in time for her to cook Easter
That's
dinner.
Right. That's right. Yeah,
Well,
tell her
the
our
main
refrigerator
reason-
is empty if she needs to store the food in there for a while.
That's true. But you know what? I did get a really nice set of rainbow Easter bunny ears. Remember?
Did you?
Yeah, lavender. She fought me for them at the Goodwill. I mean, I took her down. You should have seen this. We was in the Goodwill.
You slugged it out,
and she said, "Let's shoot a TikTok together video, right?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I look over in the bin, and lo and behold, what is it? Rainbow Easter bunny ears. Well, you know that heifer tried to reach over there and snatch some ears from me, and it wasn't happening. No, it wasn't happening. Did you forget about that? Well, never ever forget, because never ever try to take something rainbow out of my hand. Oh no, this just don't happen. No.
Oh, they're saying it's the 21st. No, they're saying it's the 20th. Huh. Well, we'll have to look at the calendar and see which day is Sunday.
Yeah, it's
on
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's on Sunday, Nate. Whatever day that is, it's Sunday.
Those videos are in my phone. I'll make it today.
Yeah, it's a nice.
That reminds me. Yesterday we were talking about golfing, because I've never golfed, but I went to the driving range a few years ago with my dad and absolutely loved it. And so we thought, well, maybe we should see if we like to golf. And, don't know if we can. So Edie had yet to see whether she can handle it.
If we start out on a putt-putt,
we
should just start out on a putt-putt. Because I used to hate it, but maybe now I like it. Maybe it'll be okay because it's something that I don't have to.
Is Romans 10:9-13 something about golfing?
I think
is that going to show us how to golf?
That's probably the best golf course that's available to the LGBT community. Right. That's probably where all the drag queens go golfing. Yes. Is that where all the drag queens go golfing, Haley? Oh my God.
And so we were talking about, probably not going to be that good at it, but we could have fun doing it. And so I asked Edie, does that mean that we can just play for fun and it won't be competitive? And what did you say?
There is no play for fun. Everything I do to win. There, I heard him call my daughter. I'm like, can you believe Judy wants to play something for fun? And she busted out laughing because I've always played everything. My kids were little. They were little, and I had a pool table in our dining room, and I used to play them on that pool table just like I would shoot other adults for things like drying the dishes or folding folding towels, things that you normally get your children to do, but we would do it as a little competition there, and it was whoever lost had to fold the dishes or do the towels or something like that. Competition is fun. It is. Everything I do to win. I can't even imagine just for fun. It would be nice if I had that kind of personality. I think, that people might like. I might like playing more if I like to play for fun.
Yeah. They might play more games then.
I doubt it.
Yeah. See, I always like the cooperative games, like you did at kids' parties. Here's the balloon. We got to go with everybody. Had to keep the balloon up in the air. There's no competition with each other, but keeping the balloon up in the air.
There is, because the ones that let it fall, they get out. They're out. So then it's down. I love that one game you used to play
that way. We didn't play that way.
When you used to play that one musical chairs?
Yeah.
Man, I'd knock your ass off
on
that
game.
I will knock you down on the floor of the rec center.
You know what? Probably because I saw people felt bad, and that broke my heart even as a kid when people felt bad.
Yeah, do Wordle for fun. Wordle is like words, right?
Yeah.
That would involve using brain.
There was that game, Friends Around the World, and it's all the kids have to get together with this board game, and you're all fighting against the blob that's going to destroy the world. And look, that gets you ready for a march on April 5th, like we did yesterday.
What? I used to love that game, Red Rover. Remember Red Rover? That's probably how I got my shoulders messed up. I mean, at the age of 7, I'm out there playing Red Rover with my hands, clenched with somebody. Here, give me your hand. With my hand clenched with somebody, and I'm holding tight.
So they can't break through.
They can't break through. So when they broke through, they was probably ripping the tendons in my shoulders.
Probably.
Anybody want to play Red Rover? I do. I like it. My shoulders ripped out of the socket.
Yeah, my favorite time I played Red Rover was when we had the Gay March on Washington, and we were in a line zigzag like this.
Were you naked?
No, we weren't naked.
Oh, okay.
But we would see there would be Pittsburgh here and Columbus across from us. We were all in line waiting to march, and so we would say, Rover, send Columbus over. Columbus would come over, we'd all hug.
Yeah. Okay, sounds fun. Let's see. Hi, Granny from Belfast. Hey, Liz, how you doing? I want to thank all you guys for coming and hanging out with us. I'm really surprised the numbers are so low. Do you think people are like sleeping?
Yeah, they're all exhausted from that march yesterday.
They were all marching out yesterday?
Yeah. Kathy is here. Hey, Kathy, and Catherine's here. Hey.
That game was brutal. Yeah, it was. I loved it. If I could just go back and be 7 years old and play Red Rover one more time. Yeah, I wish you guys could just see this like vision that's above my head. You know how like you see cartoons and they got that cloud above you and you can see like the vision? Mm-hmm. Boy, am I ripping people up. I'm just running real fast and boom.
Yeah, and even Nate here is saying, what's the point of playing a game if you're not going to win? But what about cooperative games where you all have to cooperate against the blob?
That's what we had yesterday.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Had yesterday.
So those cooperative games are good to play too.
Good morning, Rainbow Girl.
They're good for training too.
Rainbow Girl, can we claim you on our taxes? I got a feeling we ought to be able to claim Rainbow Girl on on Rainbow Grannies. Right? Mm-hmm. On Rainbow Grannies. People always asking us, will you adopt me? Will you adopt me? Can we claim you?
Yeah, we got a lot of grandchildren we could be claiming.
I guess. I think they have to come here and do like some yard work, and we have to document that. How much yard work they do, There is some plans that need put in here pretty soon.
Yeah, Kate says my mom does Wordle every single morning before she starts her day.
Thank you very much, Queen Bee. For the gifts.
Thank you for the gifts.
So, what's going on with you guys? Let's see. Lego Lady says, go ahead.
I'll do yard work if you live close enough to me. Yeah, Lego Lady. I think we found out that Lego Lady that we don't live near each other.
You know what? We don't live close to anybody, and if we do, they're not telling us because they don't want to come help do the yard work. They all want to be the grandbabies, but nobody wants to come help do the yard work unless they live in like Kansas.
Yeah.
You know
what? I don't think so. I think all of our grandchildren here would come over if they live nearby because then they know you're gonna make biscuits for them.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna make something out of nothing. Or you're gonna make stuff that they just love to eat.
So I want to tell you too that I've been making some other videos on my YouTube channel, and hopefully you're following over there. And the ones that I'm doing right now have to do with our garden. And it has to do with, how I'm growing, like all those. There we go. There it is. See? So right now in there's growing, what are we growing over there? We got peas
we got all kinds of lettuce and peas and strawberries and bok choy and
a little bit of everything. Yes. Chives.
Spinach. Yeah.
I've grown a ton of different stuff.
Yeah. I want everybody here to see too. So. You can kind of see it because the light is playing, but that's Edie's urban garden, vertical garden she's growing here.
Right.
All kind of stuff for our salads.
So Claudia said she's moving 20 bags of dirt and planting vegetables. Claudia, you go, girl. I'm telling you.
So, yeah, I'm all excited. I mean, it's been nice to think that, I have a gazillion things that I want to do, right? And so I would start something and not complete because I start all kind of other gazillion things. One of the things I've always wanted was herbs in the kitchen so I can just take fresh herbs when I cook. And so Edie's growing herbs. I told Edie about that, I wish I blah, blah, blah. And then she's got lavender, different kinds of basils, you're growing dill now, growing all kinds of stuff now. Then what happened, Edie grew rosemary and I didn't know how to dry the rosemary to be able to use it. So anybody want to teach us that would be good because I use a lot of rosemary. Rosemary seems really easy to grow. You grew a lot of it. And then I dried it, but it just wasn't the right
I think,
consistency for
well,
cooking.
I think sometimes with things like that, I think they have to hang kind of upside down. There's only a certain amount of time that it needs to dry. Anything longer than that, it loses its
Yeah.
oomph. Now that basil in there is so strong that it's going to take a lot for it to lose its oomph.
Yeah, well, the basil, I love using that fresh, but the time we
So
put
Lego
it,
lady.
I mean, I picked some wild onion to make onion powder.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the lavender. I love lavender, so sometimes I put it in my coffee, and then I can have some
So I don't
lavender
know if
flavor with
it's
that.
been growing for a long time. The
Yeah.
lavender, I don't know.
Yeah.
At least it's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I probably need to check the roots or whatever. But anyway, let's talk about being gay. Let's talk about being gay. I got an idea.
I woke up this morning and I was gay.
Oh my God.
I had my coffee.
I went to bed last
gay.
night and I was gay.
I was too.
Yeah. Yeah. I slept pretty good last night. How about you? Well, let me ask you guys. Did you guys sleep pretty good?
Yeah, Abel saying you can wash rosemary, have a dry out store in containers. You can also use rosemary inside olive oil.
That's true. That's true. You know what? Did you see those neat? I mean, I didn't buy one because they're kind of pricey. I'm sure there's easier ways, but where you take the herbs, the different herbs we have, and you infuse them in different oils. Justin slept well, and he's gay.
And I wanted to let you know that Yoo-hoo is here. Hey, Grandizer. And who else is so? And Abel also
DJ
said,
woke up confused.
And Abel said here also, I lost my mom last weekend. She was proud of the man I am, and I'm gay.
Well, I'm sorry, Abel, that you lost your mom and everything, but I'm also happy that she was proud of you.
Yeah. So I'm 38, and my
parent.
And 42, we meet 8 months ago. She's my only girlfriend. I wish we met sooner. Yeah. Edie and I've talked about that. I think if we met sooner, it wouldn't have worked out.
We'd have probably broke up because
we were so different when we were younger.
Well, we're different now, really.
But we're both mellowed out.
Yeah,
so.
We're mellowed. Yeah, we just have a good time. Chill. It's just so nice to just relax.
Yeah.
Not worry about all that crap. Let's see. Never doubt your worth. Take the world by storm. That's what I think I'm doing. Taking the world by storm.
Right. I think that's what we saw happening all across America yesterday. I slept okay. I'm gay.
That's James.
Yeah. Who else is gay? Who else slept well and is gay? Oh, Nate says, what is sleep? Okay. But.
Salvador says that he loves lesbians. Well, that's nice. I love them too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make me just want to kiss them all. I just want to kiss them all.
You can kiss me on behalf of kissing
all
them
of
all.
them. I don't want to kiss them all.
But you can kiss me on behalf of kissing all of them. There we go.
Thank you very much for the gifts.
I'm going to get some more coffee. You want more?
Yes, I do need some. So while you're gone, I'll talk about.
Oh, look at all these gifts. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the gifts. Yeah, and I see there's 98 of those little. Judy has like some kind of tickle that happens from her allergies and stuff. So there's 98 of those little hearts up above us. If you click on that heart, it makes this weird little heart dance on my head. It doesn't cost any money, and it brings up the numbers. Can I see you touch on that if it's there? Yeah. So I can see if I can watch that go up. Let's see. I went to school and like magic. They tired. I am a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Oh my God. So if we weren't on TikTok and I wasn't worried about them, like, sending us to bed early, I would ask you, okay, I'm going to ask you. So how do you know that you're a lesbian trapped in a man's body? What makes you a lesbian and what makes you, what is it? So thank you very much for all the gifts. Okay, that brought it up, the number up to 101. Thank you, by touching that little heart up there on the top. Which anything you touch, anything you type, well, not anything you touch, anything you type and touch on your screen makes the algorithm know that, you're participating and that we got some movement going on here. Thank you, yeah. Judy, why don't you get a shot of vodka or something? That always used to help.
I'll get a
when I
cough
had
drop if it doesn't clear in a second. I guess I'll go get a
Let's
cough
see.
drop now.
Dates my girlfriend in my teen. Grew up and stayed gay. I got married, had kids, divorced, been with my girlfriend, 32. I totally understand it. That's kind of how my world went too. I dated a really nice man and everything. We got married. We were married for 20 years, have two really wonderful children. And I would have probably stayed married to him because I made a deal. It was just like, um, I believed that I was married and that's how it was. But I was lucky enough, and this is how I put it. I was lucky enough he cheated on me. So when he cheated on me, that gave me my out. That made me where it was like, oh, thank you. I can get out of here now. So it was over and on with life. Granddad's Judy's got you coughing too, by proxy. I know it just drives me crazy. But I have my days when I get that horrible cough too. Right now we're doing good. Boy, that coffee's good. So let's see. Get a shot of whiskey, Judy. Yes, that would help. Actually, we don't have any of it around the house here, but let's see. The only thing I can't do anything near lavender. Oh, okay. I don't know. Let's see. He proved he didn't value you. Luckily, you have someone that does. I know, Jimmy. I know. And I mean, oh, I can't even begin to tell you. I forgave him a few times, thinking that, I just wanted this to work. I wanted what so many of us want, the happy forever and two children that, they had their mom and their dad there and everything like that. But the truth of the matter is, when you're in a miserable relationship and your children, no matter if you're not in there boxing each other out, screaming and yelling and stuff, they can feel it. They can tell when there's unhappiness in the house. They can tell.
Kids or cats?
Chris and all that. I was talking about being married for 20 years and a husband that cheated. And so somebody said that, they proved that he didn't value you, and this is true, So even though I would have hung
didn't
in there,
value himself that he botched a wonderful marriage.
that's okay. He was sorry. He was sorry, but it was too late. We can't be sorry. He was sorry, but I was so happy he did it. I'm telling you, I could have did backflips and cartwheels all the way out the back door around the front side of the house. And, it was like one more time. That's it. I can't take it.
I remember a long time ago, there was a study done with straight couples who divorced. And it showed that the women in those couples by far were happy about the divorce more so than the men.
Right.
And that surprised people. And I thought, well, I guess they should figure out why.
Well, I mean, I was saddened, because I didn't want to see it end. Because, to me, that was like the game. I lost, it's like I lost the game and I don't lose, I win, But I was happy too, because I was so glad that I was actually able to get out of that and have my opportunity to be me, which meant be a lesbian, because that's exactly who I was. I was just fighting it for all those years,
Oh, now look at Claudia's thing. The universe knew you were meant for Judy and Judy was meant for you.
Oh, that's sweet of you,
and the
Claudia.
Universe knew that we had to go through all of our learning period before we met each other so that we could close it out happily ever after.
Right. So we could, right. So how long we've been together? We've been together 11 years and we've been married a little over 3.
Yeah, Nate's saying kids can always sense when their parents
aren't happy. Right. And they do. You don't have to fight and carry on, but there's just like this tension that's in the room that they feel, and when mom sleeps on the couch for at least 3 years, then they realize, that's odd too. I mean, that's odd too. You may not say nothing to the children, but they realize you're on the couch. They realize that mom gets up and folds a blanket and puts them in the closet every morning. Thank you very much for being the newest follower, Andrea. Love you, love you, love you.
What else? Okay. Nate said, what is sleep? But I got out of bed by. So see?
Well, you know what? When they say I get your kiddos did better without the tension. I mean, it was rough for them because it's just like every other children that go through a divorce. It makes them sad. Because I feel like we were doing that thing where we weren't fighting and screaming and carrying on. We were just like unhappy, very, very much unhappy, and so all they knew of their life was us just being there in the house, doing what we did, or I would pack a picnic and we would all go on the picnic and him and I would just be miserable the whole entire time we were there. But the kids were happy because we were on a picnic, So good morning, everybody. Morning, Rachel. It's good to see you. Let's see. Good morning, Rainbow Grannies. Love y'all from Cleveland, Ohio. You know what? I saw yesterday, came up on my, Cleveland's not that far for us, but it came up where I think it was Metro Park has like this really beautiful waterfalls in Cleveland. And then they showed these two little kids going through this tunnel to get to the waterfalls. And you had to kind of like do like this to go through the tunnel. So there must be another way to get there, because these was kids and they were stumped a little bit. And then it was kind of scary too, because it was like the tunnel was like scary. Let's see.
Out here. I have a wife, 2 daughters, 1 granddaughter, and a new puppy. I'll say the gay life is working out fine.
Congratulations.
Good. My kids were 4 and 3 months old. It's a little easier when they're young. What's that about? Divorce or something?
Yes. See, so many people share that same thing and everything. So I thought I'd bring it up again because this is what so many people are dealing with. A lot of the people that are sitting here watching us in the morning, their spouse is either upstairs sleeping or they've luckily got out of one of those relationships and they're just
wasn't a good one.
Right. And so they're just here with us having some coffee, sharing the fact that they're so glad to be out of that, Or there's people that are always wondering, there's ones that are curious. Remember the bi-curious? I don't even think you should be bi-curious. I'll tell you, I don't think you should be bi-curious. I think you should just be on it. Be on it. Don't be curious. The only thing that would keep you from being bi-curious is if you were in a relationship, don't you think? Are you with me here?
Yeah, I think so. I think if somebody's bi-curious, does that mean that they think they might be attracted to somebody of the same sex? Or they've been gay their whole life. Maybe they think they might be attracted to somebody of the opposite sex.
Whatever way they're thinking it. If they're thinking curious, I think they should just jump on it. Don't you think? Just jump on it. Just just don't who you saving it for?
Someone told me if you have to ask yourself, the answer is yes.
Yes. Yes, I do, Parody. I believe it. If you even think in the slightest that, I might be gay, guess what? You might be at least bi-curious.
I know
St. Louis Slim.
I know some people who were gay their entire lives and just started wondering, it felt like they were missing out if they never had straight sex and were wondering are they missing out on something. And then they realized, but they're not interested in it, so they guess not.
Well, I think they should try it, because if you're curious about it, I think you should try it. And then that way you'll find out if you like it or not.
I think curious is different than wondering if you're missing out on something because you
never
tried. But I think
that's kind of like curious, it's like, I don't know, but.
Well, there are some things that I've never done, but I don't think I missed out on it.
Oh, I do. I wanted to skydive, and I would have liked to done that.
Yeah.
But as far
as
far as sex, when you talk, if something happens and we get thrown off of TikTok, because
we can find us on YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, because I'm going to talk about it just like it is, right? Keep it clean. I'm going to try to keep it clean, but just like with sex, if there's something that you want to try and you have it and you're just curious, I think you should try it. So I think that well, then again, I guess I am curious about rooms.
I think we have to have some of this conversation on another channel, don't we?
I am curious, how that works, so let's see. Try it before you buy it. Jimmy, you just want to hear me talk bad, huh? I'm trying to be good here because, okay.
And Parody here says, I find that any good human male or female is attractive.
I think they're attractive too. I just don't want to sleep with all of them. You know what I mean? And I don't think they're all attractive though. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. See why you make that jump into my mind. The things that jumped into my mind was just flat out ugly. Just like, ooh, you know?
I think somebody's saying that they're attracted to good people.
Okay.
That's all they're trying to say.
Yeah. They didn't bring in none of the physical aspects that I'm thinking of, huh? Good Lord. Let's see. That was a broad statement. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I agree. Just trying it and having fun. See, that's it. Why you
Can't unsee that.
No. Good Lord. It's like going Walmart like at around 11 o'clock at night. You know, the things you're going to see there. You know?
Yeah.
Because somebody got ready for bed 2 days ago and just showed up shopping. And they look awful, you know? Just like, good Lord. Even though yesterday, remember we went out and we're riding and everything. And I said to Judy, I said, oh my God, I didn't even comb my hair. And so she was nice and said something nice, you know, about my hair and everything. But I was out like that, you know? and I was out like that, and I had on.
Maybe this is what happens when you retire, because when you're not retired, every morning is a ritual of what you do to get ready to go out.
Yeah.
But you're retired, and it's like I just go downstairs and get a cup of coffee and hang for a while.
I put shoes on. I had shoes on, and I was ready to go. And we're out and we're having fun and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't comb my hair, and it was like flat on one side from sleeping on the couch. Or
that might have been the side I couldn't see.
Oh.
So from the other side, your hair looked great. The side that was flat because I was driving with the part that other people could see from the street.
Yeah. You know what though? I guess I'm to that point though. I really didn't care because I thought as long as she felt like I was okay. Because if it was really messed up when we got ready to leave the house, would you say something? I would have said something. I would hope. You know, but sometimes people won't say something. They'll just think, oh, you look nice. You look nice, you know.
Oh, yeah. I remember the greatest fun sometimes is when going out with friends who are coupled up. And one is wearing something that's so awful clothes or whatever. And they just ripped in the wrong places or something. And the other one looks at their partner and says, how did you let them leave the house like that? And the partner looked like what? You know, they're so in love, they don't see.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We went out one time, and now that my mind is like back and like settled and everything, kind of flushed, you know, whatever. I remember what I wore, and Judy told me, she's like, she said you look good. And now that I'm thinking back, I want to thank God that there's not a picture out there that I have to look back and see. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, or should I wait? Then give me. I'll wait. That'll be my secret.
That'll be your secret. What you were wearing? Okay.
Okay.
Right in there for yourself.
Oh, down there, right behind you is
the pencil. Okay. I found a pencil.
Okay.
Edie's gonna write down what her secret's gonna be at the end of
our. Oh yeah, because every day
we're live today. So Edie and Judy, they say, "Oh, you look nice," but inside they're saying, "Good God, they look a mess."
Yep.
So I'm real curious about what it was.
I tried to let her not see when I was writing it there because I want to kind of surprise her too when I tell you.
More folks from UK in the house.
Hey, let's see, Edie, you are too funny. Thank you, Pamela. Pamela, am I funny enough for you to tap that screen until we can get it up to about 25,000 there? Because right now it's at 20,000, and if you tap long enough, confetti will pop out your screen and say, "Woohoo!"
And Jimmy J is saying that outfit will be back in style in a few years.
You don't even know. I mean, oh my goodness.
You know, one of the things I saw on TikTok, this was sometime like a year or two ago, where they had old lesbians dancing, like older lesbians dancing.
You know, I just saw that again.
Did you?
It come up on this really famous girls video.
Yeah.
Yeah. They use that same thing.
And so we participated in that too, because it was just one after another. Put ourselves in that dance. You saw all these older lesbian couples dancing to some old song that we danced to.
And
in
they was
the
all
club.
dressed like they was working in the yard.
Right, all dressed in blue jeans, flannel shirts.
Right.
And I looked and said, did we look that bad then too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think some people would know how to dress up if you handed it to them. If you handed them something nice, they'd probably be like, oh, I can't wear that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
I was thinking about this is when,
Thanks for the roses.
Because I know you may all look at us and see that we're an older lesbian couple, but inside I don't feel like I am until I start looking at my music selection. And I think what music I want to play while I work. And there can be all these new bands that are out. I mean, even Indigo Girls is not new, but they're newer for me. And
Well, they're coming to Wheeling, West
Edie would ask
Virginia.
me, do you have Indigo Girls? CD? And I'm looking at that. I don't think so. I never would have bought one. And I start looking at my selection and think, wow.
So he wants to know, what age do you feel today? As long as we're sitting in this chair, I feel probably about 42 or so.
There's a difference when you talk about mind and body.
I do. I feel about 42. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I don't know. I feel old
We're
today.
sitting in the chair. How you feel?
I still feel old today.
Oh, how old?
I woke up and my neck hurt because it was so stiff.
Yeah. So
but
you can't tell us how old you feel?
In my 20s.
Oh, that's not too old. You just
in my mind, not my body.
No.
My body can't move. That's
what
you don't want to jump up off the couch and I can't get my leg untangled from the blanket that I have on the couch.
You two are great. What an inspiration. I want to thank you all for all those really nice comments and compliments you're giving us. Thanks for all the gifts and the roses, because every time you give gifts, it goes into a nice little account. This is on TikTok. It goes to a nice little account, and once every 2 weeks or so, TikTok sends us a little check, and it's not a lot because TikTok take their money. That's how come they're a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, but it is enough that we can actually get a pizza. So that's pretty nice. Thank you.
Yeah, mine.
So also subscribing. I mean, I know we don't offer much for subscribing and everything, but it's only like $5.99 to subscribe, and that's like buying us a cup of coffee. And I appreciate it because there are several people that are subscribed, and they have the reoccurring subscription that comes through every month. So thank you.
Yeah. So let's see. You have the mind keeps the body alive, so it's good your mind feels young.
Yeah.
And I'll be 40 on the 28th of this month. That's Rachel. Somebody else is I'll be 50.
40. Oh, Rachel, I had a really good 40th birthday party.
We had rented Rachel,
a hall.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's our Rachel. So I had rented a hall for my 40th birthday, and I had a DJ that had like karaoke, and we had kegs of beer and food and stuff. It was the nicest party. I got so smashed at that party. And then my mom, she came early to the party and brought my kids. They were young. And they danced, and they got to eat some food, and they got to see what the grown folks was doing. And then she took them on home, but it was a really nice party. I wanted it to be like the wake that I wouldn't be there to see. That's what I wanted. I mean, I invited everybody I could run into to come to the party.
Yeah.
Yep. And they did. They stopped in. They had cases, bottles of whiskey and stuff. And
So if we got a shelter at the park and just had anybody come and stop by who wants to, but we weren't having the beer keg, what would we have?
We'd have to have gummies.
Oh, okay.
If something happens
because
and we're
it's legal now.
We're lost. Yes. Yeah. If we're not on TikTok anymore, then I guess we'll be over here on YouTube.
I'm 61, but feel 48.
Yeah. I'm feeling about 42 right now, sitting in this chair.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Boy, we're gonna feel beat up this evening after
sitting in the chair for so long.
Making our way through the airport and getting on the airplane and riding all them hours.
Didn't think about it. Do you want a wheelchair because of your knee?
Yeah. I'd like a wheelchair because of my knee. Yeah. I really would, but I feel bad about it. I have a bad knee, guys. And
I mean, we don't.
What do you think? Should I walk in the airport and make the best of it? Or should I go ahead and cower it out and get a wheelchair and have one of them handsome young men push me in the chair? Huh? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for everybody to say, get the handsome young man. Get the handsome young man. Let's see. Do what is best for your need. Thank you, Parody. Actually, be comfortable. Oh, Cindy, that's nice of you.
Oh, and here's somebody says, I'm 65 and found the love of my life.
Congratulations.
It's all scrolled up now. There's lots of stuff happening. Okay, I'm 61 but feel 48. And Chris Cooley went to the march yesterday. So thank you, Chris. I'm glad that you did. And be comfortable. Always get a free ride. I would save my knee and get the guy. Get the handsome young man. I'm 46 but feel 70. Get the cute guy. Oh, yeah, of course, Chris, you would say get the cute guy. And we have here, you should come to Preston when you come over here. Yeah, I know. Michelle saying, keep working on that knee, Edie. And she says, blessed to see 45 with a wonderful family.
Thank you. That's great, Michelle. I'm glad it's going good for you.
And Jimmy is saying, try it and then have wheelchair as an option if you need it.
Well, that's a thought too, but you can't get halfway through the airport and say, hey, can somebody bring me a cart? They don't do it like that. You either have to start out or, I mean, I can do it. I know I can do it.
Okay.
You know?
And we don't have a connecting flight, so that's good. I mean, I did get us the only direct flight with the least number of hours.
Yeah, I know I could do it. So I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to walk and pull my little thing. And if I can't pull my thing, then I hand it to Judy and let her pull it. My carry-on?
Talking about a carry-on. Pull a thing. That sounds real good.
If Judy pulls my thing.
Think Edie had the thing.
No. Well, you know what? I don't. But I'll tell you, this is part of something I keep that was laying there on the table in the living room when I come down this morning, right? Yeah. And I want to tell you, what do you think this reminded you of? See, this is one of those. This is one of those. This is one of those. You know, those lids for the drink.
With the plants
for my drink. For my drink. It comes in a bottle. You know. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And like I saw it sitting on the table because I took it out last night and I put me a new one in my bottle. So I didn't put it. I put it in the box because I didn't want them to like when you're airport, you know, for them to think it was something weird. So I put a new one in there to take with us on our trip. But for some reason, this just seems like just something, you know, that just did not seem like the cricket drink. Or how do you say that? Oh, you can't say it for me. But I think it's cricket. This is a peach mango. So no, it doesn't, Jimmy. It doesn't take batteries.
So I have to say something to Tennessee Tater before we get away. You know, make him go away. I said, Tennessee, it must be exhausting for you and your ilk to fight imaginary oppression.
I don't understand. Is Tennessee not a happy person? Huh?
Yeah. They're probably part of the whole, you know, people afraid of DEI and stuff like that.
You think so?
Yeah, and it must be exhausting for them.
Really? Let's see. Edie, what's that thingy? Michelle, this is a thing that goes on your cricket drink. You know, like, or circle.
It's a cartridge.
It's a cartridge. And it keeps like
collect bacteria in the mouthpiece.
Yes.
Collects it in the mouthpiece or keeps it from the mouthpiece?
No, it's really, I mean, it can be germy, I think. Yeah. But I have a new one, you know, and yeah.
Well, a lot of things people make look like that. I mean, even look at plugs and outlets, and they call the male and female instead of coming up with some other name. I mean, people are just like, that's the way their mind goes.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know.
When you have to plug in different connectors on a computer.
I know. I want to tell. I just want to like change it up and say thank you very much for watching us. So it's 11 minutes after 9. And is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Yeah, I got some questions for us because we're just talking about a lot of do nothing stuff.
Right.
I'm too immature to immediately giggle at something like that.
That's me. That's me. I'm 65-year-old, 15-year-old boy.
12-year-old boy.
12? What? Why can't I be 15?
Well, you can be, but I think it's more of a 12-year-old boy.
Hey, here's Lou from London. Lou from London. Over here on our YouTube channel is Nate from near London.
No, it's quite a distance from London. That's why I've never been able to
What's the
visit
UK?
him yet.
It's a UK.
Yeah,
So you
in the
guys can
UK.
drive over there.
Are you part of the LGBTQ community? Yes, we are. Are you?
We're the Rainbow Grannies.
We are the Rainbow Grannies. We went to sleep gay last night, woke up gay this morning, and still gay now.
That's right.
Going
Yesterday
strong.
was the first day of trout season. I never knew nothing about trout season when I lived in Ohio. We didn't pay too much about it. But up here in Pennsylvania, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I guess yesterday I saw online where people were fishing as close as me and you were sitting.
Yeah.
Because they were just lined up because it was the first day of trout.
Wow.
There's a limit to how many you can catch. You know,
Yeah.
they had stocked the waters, and so it was just, you know, like, I mean, if it wasn't too bad, I'd run out right now and show them how to do it.
Oh, here, Nate is in the UK. He's in Preston near Manchester. So if any of y'all live near Manchester and want to meet each other, here's the place.
Go have coffee. Tell us about it.
Definitely tell us about it. Don't just meet and not tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, I want the dirt.
We know a few folks who've met on TikTok here from our lives. It's a lot of fun.
Let's see. Love these lives, knowing anxiety. Oh, Parody, thank you very much. We have a little anxiety, like early in the morning. We didn't have much today, but, you know, when we're getting ready to set up and get the cameras going and get the coffee going and everything, it's just like, gotta hurry up and do this, hurry up and do that. But I'm not feeling it now. I'm feeling pretty, you know, laid back. Thank you very much, Laura, for being the newest follower. Everybody that's here right now, can you do me a favor and press on the follow button? Corey, thank you.
And I want to say, Fed Up Sister, it's the first time we've seen you here, so hey, enjoy your nice spring day.
Now, come on, Fed Up Sister. What you fed up about? Tell us all about it. Go ahead. Tell us. What are you fed up about? Oh, fed up, like Fed Express. You see the little fed up. Let's see. It's a nice.
Roses. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for all the roses. Let's see.
And
in Romania, the LGBT community is first and foremost. Okay, so you're in Romania now. You know, I don't even know what to say. Besides, you know, God, you know, be with you. Yes. So.
Wow! Thank you for all the roses.
Morning, Miss Terry.
Thank you for all the hearts over here. I wanted to tell you.
Thank you.
And everybody on here also click the thumbs up. Thank you to help push the algorithm out so folks know we're on here live.
Oh my God, look here. They did do it. Thank you. So what are we gonna talk about? We gotta think of something. Let's talk about.
Ask us some questions.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that maybe. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about. Let's talk about sex. Okay. Ladies, all the ladies, gather around. Help me out. Anyway, I'm done. I'm not gonna sing no more. Thank you for the roses. Salt and pepper. That's right.
Oh, I never knew that's who sang it.
You thought I did, huh? You wonder where my royalty check was, huh? I was holding it. I'm putting it in safekeeping for us when we need it.
You're going to take me to that special bookstore in Seattle, aren't you? Where I can
special bookstore? I misunderstood. I thought you meant the special bookstore.
The independent bookstore.
Yeah, I forgot we went there too.
Yeah.
Let's see, don't quit your day job. I know that's right, Chris Cooley. I didn't quit. They quit me. I retired, remember? This is what retirement looks like.
Yolanda had a very important question.
Okay. We're ready.
Megan, good morning. I just had to, in my first lesbian relationship, it gets better, right?
You just had that.
I think something got. So what happened to your first relationship?
Well, you know, it's just like a straight relationship. There are reasons you don't get along. You know, there's certain things that you got to end it for. Okay, Yolanda. Do you carry granny candles? I used to. I used to have candles by Edie.
Look, candies.
Candies?
Granny candies. You know, like the
Oh,
mints and all that kind of stuff. Is that what
no,
I'm talking? Oh, this is
dude.
something different.
Oh, wait.
Granny
Are you
candies?
talking gummy candies or are you talking granny candies in the bottom of my purse candies? My nose keeps itching. Oh, I put my foot on the cat. That kind of scared me. And all of a sudden, you got fur.
Oh, and St. Louis Slim wants to know if we're going deep sea fishing or not. We're going to find out when we get there if there's a boat that leaves from a pier near where we're staying and if they've got room, because we decided not to try to book it from here where
Oh,
we
I
really
know
don't
what
know.
you're talking about. The straw. No, I have Werther's Originals in my purse or in my bag, and cough drops. We always carry cough drops
Yeah.
because sometimes you're always out and you get a little tickle, you know. And if I don't have them, I look at Judy and I say, "You got any cough drops?" And she reaches down in her pockets. Do you have
I've
any in
always
there
got
right now?
enough of them for the
Do
two
you
of
have any?
us. Well, I
I
took
just thought
one.
you'd
I might
show
be running out.
how
Let me
neat this
see.
is. So we'll be out, and no matter where we are, and I say, Judy, you got any cough drops? And she'll pop that baby out and say, "Here you go." And you know what else? I'll say, "You wouldn't happen to have a tissue, would you?" And she reaches back in her back pocket, and she keeps them all
Here's the
folded.
clean one, I
Yeah,
say.
and she keeps them all folded really nice, and it's clean and stuff. And she gives me a tissue because my nose.
Mm-hmm. And often I have them in those little packets. You know those little travel packets
Yeah.
of Kleenex you can get? Yeah. Often I have those too.
Look, she took that one back just in case she
Did
needs
you
it.
use it?
Well, kind of, but not
Oh.
really used it. I
Oh,
mean, but
no. Here you
I
go.
did kind
You
of
can
use
keep
it.
it.
Thank you. My
I
sixth
thought it was
graders are
just do a show
driving
and
me
tell.
crazy about these candies. Oh, well, they probably shouldn't have all them candies. I thought,
You know, we carry sugar-free candies, so I know
yes.
the kids aren't asking for those. Yeah, tissues, candy, and lotion.
Look, Laura says, "I wish I was prepared in life like her." I know, and so I don't have to lotion. Now, lotion. You wouldn't happen to have any?
No, I think you carry the lotion.
Yeah. Isn't that nice though? I mean, it is something that I've gotten kind of spoiled in life and I can count on. It's like, I get a little tickle. I'm telling you, if she ever looked at me and said, "No, I don't have a cough drop," I would probably be like, "What? Did you buy a new case for?"
And Nate's saying,
our
"Can I have a Werther's original, please? They're gonna be sugar free."
Yeah, hold on.
Edie just found some.
Yeah.
We find them along on the floor all over the house too, still in a wrapper because the cats find them. We have little bowls with all these kind of hard candies and stuff in them. And look at this. Okay, you ready, Nate? Here it is.
Here, we just want a Werther too. Yeah, because I always like Werthers. I better throw some of them in my bag. Yes.
So I had an
You
old
do
school grandma.
Yeah,
It's
I
funny
did too. My grandma, hers was in the bottom of her purse, and like the wrapper would come loose,
Mhm.
and it had
Yeah.
like lint on it, But when you're desperate, I mean, if you've been to church and you're sitting there, and I'm telling you, anybody that has lived through the Baptist church experience that lasts like 3 days, and I mean, finally your blood sugar starts dropping. You need that piece of candy, or God help you, you start acting up. Don't act up while you're there. So the best thing to do is color on the page and eat a piece of linty candy.
Yeah.
And I would. You pick off the little bit of lint that's on the candy and just eat it. I wonder why Grandma never carried like a bunch of them. It was always just like one last reserve.
Because she's been taking them
down there in the bottom. She
day
dig
long.
down in the bottom of that purse. Down past
she gave you the
electric
leftovers
bill
with the lint. She kept a good
She
wrapper
did
one
past
somewhere
the
else.
old beat up tissues, the electric bill, the wallet, the grandkid pictures. You get right on down in there. Sunglasses, extra. Oh, my grandma, you know what? My grandma even had a cigarette head one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hid in her purse.
Yeah. She supposedly didn't smoke, but I don't know why she had coin purse. Right. She had a big coin purse with the zipper on it and everything. But down underneath there was that piece of
my
candy.
mom had a screwdriver in hers, and nail polish, and everything gets thrown in that purse.
Right. Well, Grandma, she didn't have nail polish in hers till after she like retired. Then she started like she would sit there in the daytime. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's paint that's
Oh,
nail
and
polish.
you know what else? You know those ties, like when you wrap up the garbage bag and you put a
Twist
twisty
ties.
tie on, twist tie. So my mom would keep all kinds of stuff in the glove compartment in the car too. Now I can remember being about 4 years old, and I was wearing a dress. Yes, I was wearing a dress that had like the buttons. One of the buttons popped off, and so I was so upset because my sleeve would be coming off, and we were going somewhere. Mom reached into the glove compartment with one of those twisty ties and fixed it and said, "Don't worry, Mom has everything for you."
You know, my daughter's kind of like that. I don't carry it all in my purse, but she comes here to the house and she'll want me to fix something for her or make something for her. And I mean, I'm reaching down here and bam, 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 there it is. I've got the little battery lighted lights, It's like, what the heck am I doing with these? But it's just like, I got them here because you just never know when you might need them, Well, lovely. Thank you very much. It's good to see you too. So it's been a while since you've seen us, huh? We're here. But I know of a friend of mine. His daughter was going to daycare.
Yeah.
And his wife had left for work already. And it was his turn to fix her hair. And she had like ponytails. She normally wore ponytails. But he couldn't find the ponytail holders because, sometimes when you got little kids, your house and your world is chaotic, right?
Yes, it is.
And he found bread twist ties. And he put bread twist ties on her ponytails, and she went to daycare like that. And she was fine because Daddy fixed her hair. But when her mom got there and saw her, she could not believe. For one ponytail here and one down here, and they got bread twisty ties on the ends of them.
But the kid was in daycare, so it was fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to thank folks for the gifts.
Yes, thank you very much for the gifts.
But that took me down memory lane, the whole thing with the twisty tie. And the lesson was just what Mom said. Mom had everything for you. You'll always be okay. What a lesson. And now we know why we keep all that junk in our junk drawer.
Yep.
And all that stuff we don't clean out the backpack or don't clean out the purses. There's a reason we don't clean them out, because we never know what you're going to need.
I had an uncle that passed away, and when he passed away, I went to his house with some of the other relatives, and we was all kind of looking through his stuff and everything. And he had like 3 junk drawers in his kitchen, right? And I actually took some of the stuff from his junk drawer because he had like packs of rubber bands. You never know when you're going to need a pack of rubber bands, and just all the batteries,
Yeah,
like we have
Dad found the rubber band. He could have used that for the kid pigtails instead of twisties.
Yeah, could have.
And what else?
Tools, the little, especially that little eyeglass tool.
Yeah.
So we have a junk drawer, but we cleaned it out not too long ago.
We have to have 2 of them. Well, because we organize our junk drawers. One junk drawer has tools in it.
Yeah. That's the one I get in. The
other one has like birthday candles and that kind of stuff in it. And sage, because we're gonna use that sage someday.
Yeah, we had to clear out any kind of evil.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that on a live sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be for the subscribers.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll let go of all the evil.
That's right.
Evil woman.
And we can burn that stage.
So you got the same junk drawer, huh? Let's see. Hey, Mama, thank you very much for being the newest follower. Anybody that's not following us, shame on you.
Oh, this is funny. Nate said my granddad once put my hair up in a ponytail using a zip tie.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that won't come loose.
Yep, that'll do it. You have to, when you take that one out, though, you have to have a box cutter.
Yeah.
You'd have to use a box cutter or scissors or something to cut that baby out of there. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us and hanging out with us. So
we should do that sometime. We should just go to do a live from the junk drawer and pull out and see what we've got.
How about I'll go get zip ties and fix your hair?
My hair doesn't need to be fixed.
I know, but don't you think that would be fun? Don't you think it'd be fun if I fixed?
I'd let you do that.
I did just buy some new zip ties. I can't remember what I did with them, but I bought them. I should have put them in the junk drawer. Yeah. I just bought them. I just bought a thing of zip ties, and I don't know where. And I think
they go in the one with the tools, because that's where I would look for them.
Right. Edie, did you buy the clock? Are you crazy?
What clock? What did I
The
miss?
Trump clock. Trump
Oh.
clock.
Oh.
No, I didn't buy it. Matter of fact, I actually thought about going in. I found that one, and it was kind of tucked away with some candy on top of it. Like somebody had hid it so they could come back some other time and find it.
Maybe they hid it so nobody would get
So
it.
as I made my way through the store and I got to the last rack, there was a whole bunch of them, and I wanted to do one of those Oprah Winfrey videos. Yeah. You get a Trump clock, you get a Trump clock, you get a Trump clock, you get, and everybody be like, I'd rather have my Social Security. You know, I'd rather have my Social Security. You can keep the Trump clock. Let's see.
Well, if they're still there when we come back from our trip, we'll do that video. So let's see. I saw one on Facebook Marketplace. So here.
Yes, somebody did tell me that. They said they saw one for sale. How much was it? See, you know what? I didn't even look at the price of it. Your thing just fell. Your thing. But I didn't even look at the price of it. So I mean, and I'm shocked because normally I would look at the price of almost everything. It's just that I was so when I found that my daughter was shopping with me, I was just like, oh, okay, that was you. When I found that, I was just like, oh my God, Megan, look. And then I said to her, I said, I'm going to shoot a video. And she's like, okay, Mom. And she just walked away. And I decided, and it's actually been one of my better videos, you know. I mean, okay, you follow me on all platforms.
So can I show them what you do buy, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
She does buy the nutcracker.
Yeah, that's the Hillary Clinton nutcracker. She will crack your nuts. But see, I didn't buy that at that store. No. Thank you very much, everybody, for following us. That would be so funny. That's what it will
Professor Rachel follows us on all platforms.
Thank you. That's much better. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Debbie.
I couldn't have bought it home. You know, I just couldn't have bought it home. Now, I could probably do something funny like where we just stomp it. You know, we could buy it and go outside and just stomp it. But people did ask, like, did they have it in a dartboard form? Yeah. I had a lot of people ask that, you know. Yeah. So we do have darts, or we could do that, something like that, do a dartboard of it.
That's true. You know? Take the cover off.
Yeah, just like, or throw rocks. We could just put it up in the yard and just try to aim rocks. My arm's not very strong, though. Or Nerf gun. We could just get a Nerf gun or something. And
we could put it up on that. Remember, you got me that bow and arrow kit?
That'd be kind of fun to see if you could, you know. But I don't want to spend money on it.
Talk about becoming competitive. Now there, I'd want to win.
I don't know, because I don't want to spend the money on it.
No, because I don't want to face anywhere near our house.
And that would be support, you know, support. Yeah. Let's see. So, what else is going on? Paint gun? Yes, paint gun would be good.
I would say throw eggs if they weren't so expensive.
we could get those plastic ones, though.
Yeah.
You know, Easter eggs.
What are we doing for Easter now? People are doing the plastic, but marshmallows. People suggested dying marshmallows.
Yeah, those giant ones.
Yeah.
Those giant marshmallows, you know, which are probably really a good idea because most kids don't like boiled eggs anyway. Mm-hmm. So when you dye those marshmallows like that, that's something that they might just actually eat. So, let's see.
Call it something like Stop the Guy's Clock.
We have to be good. We have to be good. We're trying so hard not to be bad. Positive, right. That's it. So, hey, for anybody that doesn't know us, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy. And together we're the Rainbow Grannies.
We come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning if we feel like it.
At 8:00 a.m. Eastern time.
Right.
And we hang for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Max.
Yeah, depending on how long we feel like it. But we do have coffee, and we're called Coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. We have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. And on my profile on TikTok here, if you click on it, it takes you right over to my YouTube channel and allows you to follow us on there. So it's very important that you follow us on there because I'm just trying to help my numbers. You know how that is. So what we're going to do is, because it's 9:30 and we don't have much to talk about, and you guys look like you're getting kind of tired too, I want you to come on over to our YouTube channel, and I'm going to tell you a secret. And today I really got a secret because I wrote it down and Judy didn't get to see what the secret is. And so it's going to be a good one. So somebody type in there on TikTok. The channel is Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on our YouTube. And I want you to come over. And then when you come over to the YouTube, you say,
You let us know you're here. And if you go to Edie's profile, there's a link right there also.
Right. If you go to my TikTok profile, you can click right on it. So if you come over to YouTube, when you get over to YouTube, say, I'm here. I'm here. Like Nate said, I'm here. Right.
Before we sign off, I want to thank the moderators.
Yes.
We're always grateful to you. The moderators are the folks who help keep this a safe space. They keep all the bad people away.
Plus, they're just so supportive and knowing that they're there and everything. I mean, if nobody else showed up, it's just nice to know that they're going to be there and we can just chit chat with Rachel and Chris Cawley and Destin and Fawzy Bear and I can't remember whoever else, but whoever else is there.
So thank Crystal's you. Here, Jacob's here, moving on to YouTube.
All right, we're moving on to YouTube. We got a secret. I got a secret.
Do you want to know my secret?
Ooh, do you promise not to tell? La la la. Come to YouTube. I'm telling you my secret. My secret.
So we'll see you TikTok. Stay here, YouTube. Stay here. We're gonna hear Edie's secret.
Yep. We're going over now. Okay. Dean's here.
Nick
Crystal's here. Nick is here. Jane is here. Romper, stomper, bomper, boo. Tell me, do. Did all my friends have fun at play? Did all my friends that know they're gay?
I love you.
She loves me. Oh my God. I think that's only about the second time you told me today. How about that? I love you too.
Oh,
I love you so much.
You told me today.
Oh, well, here, let me say, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Okay, thank you.
I love you so much. It makes rainbow trouts just want to jump right up out of my boobies.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my God, did I say boobies? Oh, I'm here. That's good. They're coming on over to YouTube so that they can come over there and hear the secret. Because today I got a good secret, and my good secret is over on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. You want to type that in?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It's up there.
Pin it.
No, yes. I didn't pin it.
I'm just trying to. So
I can put it there again. If
that'd be great. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Here we go.
I'm here. Come on.
I don't know how to.
And when you're over here in YouTube, minimize the chat and click on the thumbs up. See, because I'm just trying to build that algorithm too. Okay. Gitchin's all over here just for a few minutes so I can tell you a really good secret. Really, really good secret. Really, really good secret. So my really good secret. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for the gift. Really good secret. I gotta tell you. Come on over here. I gotta tell you. Tap, tap, tap on the screen there. Oh, looky there. Jeez. Yes, thank you very much for the gifts. Oh, looky there. Oh, man. Boy, we're hitting all the milestones over here on TikTok.
Keep this going because when we're done, I have to go do dishes. So I'd rather just hang here and have coffee and tell secrets with you guys.
Yeah, but when I tell this secret, ooh, this is a good one.
It's a good one. Huh?
It's a good one. Thank you very much.
Rachel's here.
Thank you. Oh, right. Now, that's what I'm talking about. My Rachel showed up.
And Michelle is here and Nancy's here.
Maria's here. Okay. Well, then we're out.
So see you TikTok.
Come on over to YouTube.
Lean in. Lean in for the secret. Edie saying bye to TikTok. Okay. Well, we're all leaning in. Everybody
take your time. We'll just wait a little bit of time and we'll talk here on our YouTube for a little bit of time while we wait on everybody to come over and say, I'm here. Here. Because some people say that it's a little tricky for them to make that little jump over, you know? And so let's see what this granddaughter says.
Granddaughter, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't understand this. 13 vampiric baby named inspired by...
I don't know, but it looks scary, whatever it is. Is it books?
Bella.
Is it a book?
Yeah. I don't know. Hooker, Ellen, Lucy.
I don't know.
And
We're gonna have to talk about something else.
Mhm.
There's something that's livelier and funner because that's scary, whatever it is.
I don't know, Granddad.
Yeah, we don't understand.
Yoo-hoo, you have a secret for us?
Okay, are we ready?
I think we're ready because everybody on here did a thumbs up too.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you. Thank you very much. Okay, the secret was, you know how we were talking earlier about how, like, if you were going to wear something, and how you would hope that if you had something on, your partner would say to you, don't wear that, that doesn't look nice, or
Mhm.
and it might be a little hurtful, it
But we're
might.
talking about with your partner being honest, not being a
Yeah,
bully.
right, but it
Mhm.
might be a little hurtful because you're sensitive to what you got on,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
one time Judy and I went out.
Yeah.
And Judy always says nice things about me. She always says, you look real nice. That looks nice and everything like that, right?
Mhm.
Judy.
What didn't
Excuse
I
me.
notice? Because Edie always does look nice to me.
I wore a leather bustier with my boobs poked up like this, where I could hardly see out over them. And we went to a party at our friend's house. And the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe I wore that to someone's house. And then the conversation was just like, you know, I mean, I wanted to say, I have eyes. Look up here, But I did. I wore a leather bustier with. I mean, I could hardly see over them because it. So that's my secret.
And
My
you could
secret.
see it, and I thought she looked good. I thought you looked good, and you did look good. Everybody at the party thought so too.
Yeah, but
They all appreciated
I
it too.
can't believe I wore that out in
Well,
public.
it was like a New Year's party.
Yeah, but
It was New Year's. You're supposed to dress up for New Year's. It's just
cold.
that you just happened to be at a middle, an older crowd lesbian party.
Yeah. Maybe we should have a party and everybody should be required to wear a bustier.
We'll see
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be.
In our youth, they would have done it, but now I don't think nobody would do it. I bet you looked amazing.
She did,
Thank
Nate.
you.
She did.
The Iron Babies was up there though. I mean, I did. I had to keep going like this, pushing them down so I could see out over.
Maybe you had to take it in a little bit or something, or did it out a
No,
little bit
man,
or something?
they just they are what they are. They are what they are.
Yeah, but
when
I
you
mean,
put
the
that,
bustier,
when you put it around them, it just brings them up like this. There's nothing you can do with them. There's nowhere they can go but up.
But Nate, when we were in, did we get something like that in London?
Yes, I bought it in London. Yes, because I always wanted one, but I could never find one I liked the way it fit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it turns out I didn't really like the way that one fit neither.
Yeah, but Camden Town does have some cool stores.
Yes, Camden Town. That's where we went and bought it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what I paid, but I mean, I paid quite a bit for it, but it was special.
Oh, and you wore it at a New Year's party. That was appropriate.
Everybody else was dressed in T-shirts.
Because they were older lesbians and we just went to the wrong party, I guess.
Oh, and then the next party we went to, it was a pajama party. Remember? It was a pajama party and we had to wear like pajamas.
Yeah.
That was fun, So maybe we should have a pajama party.
I think we should have how do you pronounce that again? I can't pronounce it.
Pajama?
No.
Bustier?
Yeah.
Bustier?
Yeah, I think that's the kind of party I like that idea. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
I think it would bring our youth back. You think all those oldies. Yeah.
I think maybe we should.
We would laugh.
We should invite.
Fun.
Yeah. Or maybe we should just invite a bunch of young lesbians to wear bustiers.
No, that would make me feel like an old dirty lady.
Well, no. I mean, I'm not talking young. I'm talking maybe like in their 40s.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Do we know anybody?
No, but we could try.
Most people we know are older than we are.
We can talk them into that, huh? Okay.
No, I know one friend who would. I know one friend who would wear boots. Yeah.
Who?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
I would even wear one if it was that kind of party, and we were all supposed to wear one.
Okay.
That is very unusual for me.
Let the shopping begin. So now we know that's secret number 2. Now we know while Judy's working and we're out there traveling and I'll be sitting there at the hotel and everything, I'm going shopping for Judy a bustier.
And then you should probably look for a bunch of them at a Goodwill because our friends won't have one or know where to get one. So we could have them at the party for them.
Okay. Sounds good. Hey, I want to thank you all for joining us, hanging out with us and everything. We had a great time. Make sure you keep watching. Make sure you subscribe. And also check out our garden videos. I'm doing the best I can at showing you how cool and how fun this is. So
Yeah, Gardyn is cool. I'm real excited about it. So, because I'm excited to eat all those salads and everything we're going to have. With
That's
it,
right.
everybody, have a great week.
I think it's called tossing salads. Isn't it? Okay, bye. Tossing salads, eating salads, same about thing, ain't it?